So I'm going to share with you 3 ways you can set up your diet in the year 2025. Now, why is that relevant? Well, because there's a lot of nonsense out there, and if you're South Asian and you want a traditional way of eating, follow this. I'm going to give you 3 simple steps that you can follow with a bonus one towards the end. Let's dive straight into the first one, which is probably the most important one, and the one that I do with every single client we work with, is cutting off the supply of calories, right? So you guys know it's not up for debate to lose weight. Yes, you do need to be in a calorie deficit, although that in itself is meaningless, right? So you need to create a negative energy gap to lose weight. Immediately, people go into some calculator online to get a magic calorie number and they think this is it, but they can't follow it. The easiest way to do it is just to audit what you're eating with the junk food and then just limit it from there. What I've noticed over the last decade of doing this with the most people, they can consume anywhere between 300 to 500 calories worth of junk food. Just cutting that supply off is going to allow your body to basically go into a bit of a shock and then tap into body fat because you've created a gap. You're not eating as many calories. Most people think of calorie burning as I'll do exercise, but you can create a deficit by just reducing your junk food, not having to immediately jump straight to cutting out all foods. So the first thing I want you to do is look at the junk food, whether it's 4 digestive biscuits in the evening, cut it down to 2, whether it's having 3 packets of crisps throughout the day, cut it down to 1, whether it's having 4 sugars in your tea, just have 1, that sort of thing. Create that energy gap. Number 2, easy. Now I'm not going to tell you to increase your protein by having 150 grams per day. Just look at what you're having, whether it's eggs, whether it's chicken, whether it's yogurt, whatever it might be, have a little bit more. The number one thing I get from people is when I tell them to have an extra egg for breakfast. This one obviously is quite funny. When I say have an extra egg for breakfast, they say to me, oh, I was so stuffed, man. And that's phenomenal, because if you're more stuffed, it means you've got less of a stomach to have junk food in the afternoon, whereas most days you would have, your fairy cake and your chocolate or your crisp, whatever. There's no need to do that anymore, because if you're having an extra egg for breakfast or for lunch, you are stuffed. Being stuffed with whole foods is a good thing. So I'm not sure why people are complaining. If you're having it and you're thinking, I can't do it because I'm having toast with it as well, cut down your white toast, your white bread to just 1. Maybe have wholemeal if you can, more fiber. Or if you can't do that, then just do 50-50 for goodness sake. Just do something except white bread. It's going to keep you feeling fuller for longer. So if right now your breakfast looks like 2 pieces of white bread and 1 measly egg, have 3 eggs. No, don't worry about the cholesterol. It's got the good cholesterol, for God's sake. We're in 2025. People should know that by now. And have 1 piece of wholemeal bread if you can, or 50-50 at the very least. Sourdough if you want. A lot of people are into sourdough these days. Whatever it might be. If you're having chicken salad in the evening, take less of the gravy, the liquidy stuff, and have more of the chicken. If you're having half a tin of tuna, have a full one. If you're having 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, have 4. Do you see where I'm going with this? So don't overthink it. Just have a little bit more rather than overthinking it. Okay, more protein means more satiety, more fullness, meaning you're not going to have junk food, related to my first point. And you also have that thermic effect as well, because when you process protein, your body heats up a little bit, and due to that effect, you actually burn extra calories as well. That's why high protein, high fiber diets always lead to weight loss. The proof is right there. And the third thing, before I go into my bonus tip, which might surprise you, and one you probably saw coming, is increasing your fiber, but not just having more salads, right? Increasing your fiber through having an extra couple of cucumbers and some tomatoes, that ain't fiber, okay? Those are good, they've got some nutrients, but you want fiber-rich foods. So think skin on fruit, think flax seeds, chia seeds, berries are excellent as well, whole grains, that sort of stuff. The stuff that you avoid because it tastes bland. But that's the very stuff that actually improves satiety. It has a slight thermic effect as well. And nowadays everyone's into gut health, which is awesome. Where we now know that people with high fiber diets have reduced instances of gut problems. But in the literature, it's shown that people who increase their fiber intake have got better overall health, they're happier, and rates of weight loss are a lot easier as well. So don't overthink it. Again, use your air fryer if you've got one, toss some veggies in there, just don't char it entirely. If you've got yogurt, chuck some chia seeds and some flax seeds in there as well. Have whole grains, have brown pasta, brown bread, brown rice, that sort of thing. Fiber is very easy. You're not just limited to leafy kale, which isn't super high in fiber anyway. Now here's my bonus tip for you. Okay, this might surprise you. And this is something that we do with clients, and I've done so over the last 10 years of doing this, right? Ready for this? Keep your Desi food in there. Right, now here's the thing. When you tell someone to go on a diet, or when you go on a diet, the first thing you look at is, oh my God, I need to cut out my roti salad. The family sit down for dinner together, the kids, we all enjoy it. I don't want to cut that out. Well, you don't have to, because if you cut it out, what's going to happen is you're going to worry. It's going to mess with your head, because you think, damn it, that's the time that I have with my family, and now I need to cut that out, and that's not going to be sustainable for you. Instead, You should have peace of mind knowing that you can still have these foods. So instead, just be smart about it. Rather than having one humongous large roti that's buttered, have 2 small ones or 1 small one. Have more veggies on the side. When you're having salad, don't go for seconds. When you have any dessert afterwards, don't do that. Keep a desi food in there, because if you eat healthy, nutrient-dense foods throughout the week, and you still have some desi food you can eat with the family, your sanity is going to be in check, and that's what matters for weight loss, because adherence and consistency go hand in hand. And the best way to think about it is this. I'm not going to take credit for this. I think it was an online fitness coach who said this. She said, if the diet you're following just now, or the approach you're following just now, you can see yourself continuing that way in the next 6 months, that's the best approach for you. But if you go on a diet or whatever crazy thing you're doing now, and you can't see yourself following it the same way in 6 months' time, it's not the right approach for you. Now, those are 3, including a little bonus tip, methods that we use with all clients. Nothing groundbreaking, but just packaged in a different way. And if you set up your day like that as well, I absolutely promise you, you're going to make weight loss an absolute breeze. And I do appreciate you'll be surrounded by weight loss jabs and other people losing weight quicker. I get all that, obviously. But if you want to do it the natural and healthy way, that's the best way to do it. Now, supplements are also very important as well when it comes to weight loss, but there's a supplement scam out there involving halal certification. Now, that's probably piqued your interest, which is why I made a video about it. So watch that before you go. It's very short, very simple. It may annoy you, but it's going to save you a lot of money as well. So check that out, and then check the link in the description for a couple of freebies as well.